Now actually, this one, I've got to remember, I should write this down. No, I've got to leave this area, but here, between 11 and about 1, could park there in such a way that if the door were open, I could have my chair here on a sunny day and nobody would really be peering in. Anyway, now this looks like it's like just all random nonsense, but it is not, and I don't actually care if anybody actually... I do have some super fans, yes. I mean, I have super fans. When I put longer videos up, usually within 5 minutes, they're fanning them. But my life is completely constant. I'm kind of always in the same mojo energy level, just for everything's always exactly in the right place. That glove's there because it's wet. That's there to remind me. I've only got one headlight. I've only had one headlight all winter. But then I don't drive in the evening, so fuck it. Anyway, there is an actual lament. That hasn't been cleaned for 2 weeks, by the way. It's good for you. Yeah. Oh, I did have a sadness for a few weeks last September, but to keep to the point. Now, I'm the perfect digital ascetic. ASCETIC. I only communicate directly with people, and I'm only interested in the English. Well, no, I'm not interested in the English, but if you've been stuck here for 20 years, 25 years, for the one reason which you should... Well, it's not stuck. It's your duty. It's your responsibility to be there for a kid no matter what. No matter what. I'm the only pilot in the whole world who gave my commercial pilot's license back 27 years ago when my daughter was born. Didn't actually hand it back, but I stopped renewing it. Same thing. Okay. Yeah, so a week or two before the 14th of February, somebody's advertising locally. Now, I wouldn't even... I should actually just fucking say it openly, but no. There's nobody worth naming and shaming in this country. There are just a few who really do take public money or public aberration, especially if they're connected with environmentalism, and all of them are a part of the problem, or they are the problem, in fact. Yeah, but I inquired of somebody about an event they were advertising, just out of, maybe I should. Anyway, this particular woman actually wrote me an email a couple of weeks ago saying, because if I write to somebody, I can't just do it. Oh, could you please give me the time, date, and what? Okay, I just sent her a slightly human communique, and she wrote back to me about 10 days later. Said, I'm really interested in the way you write, and I love sedition too. And I made jokes about shamania, because she advertises herself, like they all do now, as a shaman. Anyway, forget about that. That's just become... But here is the thing. So about 5 or 6 days ago, I sent her another, about the 3rd or 4th message saying, oh, yeah, you said you'd like to meet up. Well, I'm going to be there at such and such a time, and yeah, it'd be great, because in a way we have a shared purpose. She's a great big fat heifer lump because she's got a website with... But I'm not an entire fat fascist. Anyway, so I sent her this email, and and I was quite surprised. About literally an hour later, she sent me a message, a text. Oh, you got somebody's phone number. It's like, this is all about a kind of provisional adventure of the soul, of life force. It's about life force, and she kind of agreed with me. There'd been a bit of writing. Anyway, so I just she sent me something, and I a bit later that day sent her something back, just actually asking, okay, now we don't know each other. You've contacted me, so you must feel comfortable. Now, you don't say the words, let's meet in a public space, but I could be there, we'll have a coffee, or go for a walk, or have a coffee, or whatever. And I thought, okay, what's the most interesting thing about people? And this is not narcissistic, it's the exact opposite. I like to know what are the bees in somebody else's bonnet. What are the bees in your bonnet? Because I take them in and I'll ponder them, and perhaps I'll have some my interesting feedback to bolster the bees in your bonnet. I took the trouble to write quite a long, decent text, and you get ghosted. Yeah, this fucking woman actually communicated with me. She reached out, to use that. I mean, this language. I'm sorry. You know, she reached out. I mean, I actually had kind of pondered and murgulated over this woman. I was like, yeah, she's kind of sane and interesting, and I tested her. My communications, when I communicate with somebody, they're always to test a bit. It's like, you know, is she gonna be like, you can't say that? No, we actually kind of chimed. We were in harmony, and she's, in fact, her thing was, it's like, no, you're not seditious. I'm the queen of sedition. I'll challenge you to a duel. No, it's sedition for a good purpose, to shake things up a bit. And categorically, we'd found a kind of, well, it seems that we're on the same frequency here. But, you know, I was genuinely, okay, great. I shall enjoy this. We'll maybe, it's just brainstorming. It's just sitting down, brainstorming a bit. Solidarity, etc. With a good, positive, notional purpose that could arise, which has actually been my life for 10 years anyway. And now you get fucking ghosted. I mean, I literally, I mean, this is the one woman who, if anybody, I'm so kind of, I ration believing in anybody, but I really had, like, okay, this is not going to be a waste of time. We've had good communication. There's no fake politeness, which everybody does around here. We've got into the core of the subject. It'd be great to meet up and chat. And but I even put it out, made sure, you know, the thing that energizes me. I don't need anybody to what's the word, to confirm or back up my thoughts about humanity. The thing that energizes me is, okay, you'll have some bees in your bonnet. That's, to me, I love it when somebody opens up about what are the bees in their bonnet. I mean, surely the most non-narcissistic kind of communication there is. And then you get ghosted. I've no idea, none, zero, what any of them actually want at all. I mean, it's about, and I mean, this is the worst books in the world are the fucking Lord of the Rings. Sorry, that is crap. I read them probably twice. So what's it about, particularly post 2020, is finding mature fellowship around shared values and shared constructive cultural critique. There's me enabling that, empowering somebody else, a female, via, please tell me the bees in your bonnet, because that's a really great starting point, perhaps, for a fellowship. Is that too offensive? Oh, he's implying I might have some bees in my bonnet. We can't do that. Well, she fucking well said she'd got bees in her bonnet. I just, like, there is no hope. But none of them ever get to me. I've never been in a better, pure Zen state, pure organised than this February. Never in my whole life. Which is the definition of Mr. Steven Tyler's, well, no, it's not losing, it's just winning. I always knew I was going to win. I haven't been coercing and manipulating anybody with my YouTube material saying, oh, I'm on the edge of starvation, which I often am. But, I mean, if this, my That tyre went down 10 days ago. Yeah, 10 days ago. Came back from a walk, 40 quid, just like that, because I had to get new wheel nuts, because the wheel nuts wouldn't are corroded beyond use. It's like, that was it. I had £100 in cash hidden away, just like that, gone. No work on the horizon. No, I've had one little job. Of course, it's the time you put into them. This lady, I probably spent 7 hours. Because I don't just like think, I'm just going to rattle off some quick few lines. No, I put a lot of thought. She wants to communicate. She said she wants to communicate. She actually said so. So, what will positively take forward that potential encounter? 9.5 hours I shall bill her for, because they're all transactional, even though they pretend otherwise. Anyway, there we go. I even told her she could be my agent if she wants, because she said she thought I wrote in a really good, fruity, alive way. There's no point. You've no idea what any of them want.